Good rising. Black Feniks checking in. Right now, I am in McGee, Arkansas, and this weekend was actually the Owl Festival and Homecoming weekend. And to be honest with you, I didn't do a lot of mingling, but I did get out just a little bit one night for like an hour or so. But I didn't do a lot of mingling, man. I've been having a lot on my plate because this was actually my homecoming, and it was just ironic that it was homecoming weekend. So this is my first weekend here, being back to my hometown, and it has been interesting, family. I've been trying to get a lot of things done, running into some issues, that you just have to air out over time. You know what I mean? When you're working with renovations, but things are coming. I can't lie and tell you I haven't been tired. I've been like tired. Then my internet has been terrible. I got to do some upgrading on my phone service and my home. I actually got the internet scheduled to be delivered and hooked up this week, so that should help me with more of to be in contact more and actually put up some more information. But I've been limited to my internet exposure due to me being in this area. T-Mobile phone don't work. It's you gotta have AT&T and then certain spots. So it's just one of those. It's just been one of those one of those weeks, but it hasn't been bad though, family. I have got some things accomplished. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that I haven't been under a little stress because I was moving from migrating from Georgia, coming back here, then having to leave here, turn around, go to Newport to actually do the homecoming with my daughter, and then turn around and then come back to the house. So it's been a lot, it's been a lot. But I thank God though, because honestly, because I was just praying and say, I don't know how this is going to work out, but I'm into it. I'm willing to do whatever I have to do if you can make this work out. So I just had to drive, got my clothing together, and it was funny because someone asked me at the festival why I didn't get a suit. One of my classmates said, "Oh man, you look good. Why you didn't get a suit?" I said, "What I need a suit for? I'm clean now." But what I wanted to say, I didn't say it though, but I was about to say it. I was like, "Well, shit, I didn't get a suit because you didn't buy it." You know what I'm saying? Some people ask you some crazy thing, man. Why you do this? Why you do this? Are you helping me do this? Are you putting any money in? Are you investing in this? Okay, then don't say about what I'm doing. You know what I mean? It's just kind of ironic how a person won't help, but they'll criticize and judge and tell you what they would have did. So you know how they go. But anyways, I had a good time. I was able to see my daughter. I was able to, be a support, and it was all about showing her that we loved her, and she got great support. And a lot of people there never seen her dad. I think some of her friends have seen me online and stuff, but to know that she got a dad, you know what I mean? Sometimes people, it's kind of crazy how people think in small towns, you know what I mean? Hey, good rising, TT, good rising. And so it's crazy how the mentality is in small towns where, if the father is there but not, you can't see him, they'll figure he to be a deadbeat dad, or, incarcerated, or don't care, or moved on with another family, you know what I mean? But I love all my kids. I only have 3 kids and 2 grandbabies. That's mine. And I love them, you know what I mean? There's no limitation what I would do for mine. Everybody else is different. I salute everyone for what they do, but me personally, I don't have no limitations. Like, I don't have no limitations. Like, one thing that I realized about life, we're not meant to stay here forever, family. People are so worried about this COVID. They do things to themselves and to other people, trying to live another 5 years. And I'm like, life is going to be what it is. God is going to bless you to live out your purpose. My purpose to be here 50, 60 years, 80 years, 100 years, whatever it is, I'm cool with it. But I'm not going to harm myself or step on someone else just because I have a different opinion with my life. You know what I mean? So I just feel like the things that's been going on lately, man, with the pandemic and the virus and working and just drama, you know what I mean? It's been a lot going on here, you know what I mean, in our US of A. But being in my hometown just really opened my eyes to a lot of things, things that they need, things that are not here, but is a very, very big need, and things that are, there are some assets. But you know, I have to get my mind together to process everything once I get my homestead together. You know, it's kind of hard to do a lot of multitasking when you're not comfortable. You know? So I got a lot of things I got to do, you know, to the house still. But we in it, living in one room, fixing up, you know, as we go. So, you know, I'm cool with that. But I can't say that, you know, being here hasn't been eye-opening. Maybe miss some of the homies that has passed away, some of my classmates, some just good homies that I knew, and then you see what you left with now. You know, some of these dudes are so fake, man. Some people are so fake nowadays. You know, they have moved to a city or go somewhere and think they better or something. I don't know. But I never been that type of person, man. I just do my thing, you know what I mean? But one reason why I didn't just mingle a lot because, you know, I didn't graduate here, you know what I mean? I went to school here, but I didn't graduate. So I didn't have a solid bond with a lot of my people that was from here as far as school wise. I didn't have a solid bond because I, you know, like I say, I stopped around. My last grade I completed was the 8th grade. I made it to the 9th, but then it was over with. But I did get my GED. So going out to the Owl Fest and walking around, a lot of people like, man, you gonna see class, man. I'm like, man, I'm really not cool with nobody like that. Not them, you know what I mean? Like a lot of the dudes I went to school with, I just went to school with them. We had a different lifestyle, different family, you know, different morals, upbringings, all that, you know. And it was funny because I did see one classmate who actually was talking, had another guy around him, and his son was back there. He said, man, this guy right here, man, had me uh, uh, representing gangs in school. You know what I mean? Like I got representing with him. You know what I mean? Because I had started this little deal in like 5th grade. We was young, man. We started representing. You know, it was gonna be you on the blue side or the red side, and I stayed on the blue side. But we always just played games. You know, growing up, man, it was ironic that he said something about, you know, us playing Crip and Blood when we was in the 4th and 5th grade and 3rd grade. You know what I mean? I remember those years, but it's just ironic how, you know, how I have grew, I have changed, you know, my mind has been open to a different perspective of living and of life and of loyalty. You know what I mean? Like I'm real big on, you know, loyalty and being able to reach out and network with authentic people. And I have noticed that a lot of people nowadays are self-initiated. You know what I mean? They just come up and say, this is who I am. And like, what? Who verified you? You know what I mean? There's none of that. They just initiate themselves, and there's no value of word, man. A person will tell you anything, and that's why I can't network with nobody that word is faulty. You know what I mean? So me personally, once I see a person word isn't good, I know they ain't no good. I'm not fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm pushing back. I'm done. Like I can't get myself caught up in and dealing with people that's not. I'm gonna tell you what you can't do. You can't get yourself caught up with people who's not willing to make the sacrifices that you are willing to make, because when it's time to make a sacrifice, you're gonna be left alone. So you might as well even be alone, start off alone anyway, or get around those who want to do the same thing. And some people, man, it just blows my mind how a lot of people I've noticed from my hometown are about image. It's all about image, the vehicles, the clothing, you know, that's not necessarily the homes, because they'll have a nice, stupid car in front of a home you think don't nobody stay in. You know what I'm saying? So it's just all about image, you know, looks, you know, certain things, internet appearances, I guess. I don't know. But the true value, you know, it's like they don't fully understand. And you know what's crazy? What I realize now, that you have to leave. If you never left your hometown, if you never left somewhere and been on your own, seen a different lifestyle, seen a different people, been around different language, talk to, you know, you'll see things different, and you get back around to, you know, where you originated from, and you see that the mentality is small. Like they don't really think real big, or they feel like they can't do this, or it's only one person that can do this, or it's only one way to do something. There's many ways to count to 10, family. You can just say 10. You know what I'm saying? You can go two fives, 5 twos. You know what I'm saying? You can count to 10 many ways, but the goal is to get to 10. So I'm not knocking how you getting there, but I will say this: don't knock that I just went from 1 to 10, and you like, man, you got to make steps. You ain't got to do that. You know, you do what your people tend to live off the knowledge that they have at that moment. So if you don't know better, you're not going to do better. And some people, you can't give them better information because it intimidates them. It makes them feel like you think you better, or oh man, I can't be around him, man. He get to talking like this. So I've realized that it's just better to just shun things. Like, I'm an extrovert. I love to be around, chopping up, kicking it, being exposed. Like, I don't have no problem with that, but at the same time, I have grew into an introvert where certain things I'm kind of like to myself on. I would rather just be to myself because I know at the end of the day, sometimes only me or maybe one or two I can trust. And trust is big with me, man. You know what I mean? I'd rather just be surrounded with a few that I can trust, just those few. And I ain't got to mingle with nobody else. You know what I mean? Because when it's all said and done, I only want people around me that's like me. As far as like, got the mentality to stand strong, to be a stand-up guy, and not to just do no stupid stuff and say, oh man, I'm a stand-up guy. Nah, man. I think it's time for the real OGs to wake up, give some information, lead by example, because that's the only way to do it now. That talking, oh, I'm gonna do this, oh, I'm gonna do this. Don't do all that. Don't do all that. Just do it. Whatever you got to do, just do it. You know what I mean? Like me working on my mom's house. Many people stayed at my mom's house. Many people said, oh yeah, I'm gonna help this and this. I can only tell you a few that didn't actually help me on my mama's house, who actually was over there. You know what I'm saying? Hundreds of people said what they gonna do. Nobody gave $5, $10. Hey man, we buy some soap, anything. None of that. So don't worry. Don't get caught up with, if you got something that you want to do, you just do it. If it's meant for you to do it, I have to remember that Noah and the ark concept, because this is what I'm doing. I'm in Arkansas, so I'm building my ark in Arkansas, and with HogOn Welding, and I'm out here just doing my own thing, and people think you crazy when you live a certain way or you do a certain thing, and they're like, what you doing this for? This ain't gonna go nowhere. The same way Noah, they thought he was retarded until the flood came, until stuff got real, and they seen you rising while they was sinking, and then they say, save me, it's too late now. I can't do nothing. You get out here, you probably can get on, but ain't nothing I can do. You know what I mean? And I think we live in this generation where people are so caught up with wanting to look better than somebody, not just the knowledge. They just want to look good. And so it kind of blows my mind that people stress and say, oh, I need money. No, you don't. You need some financial literacy. Because I done seen plenty of people around here get 10s and 20,000, 30,000, and still in the same situation they was in before they got that 10 and 20. Now they just got an extra car in the yard that probably broke down, or some extra, but they still in the same situation. So money isn't going to help your situation if you don't help your situation. If you don't gain some financial literacy, if you don't be a wise steward with your money, if you don't take risks with your money, if you don't make your money make you money, that's what it's about. But we think things different, you know what I mean? And I seen that over this weekend being at Outfits. Like I say, I seen some family members that I haven't seen in years, so it was cool to see a couple faces. But I didn't mingle though, like I say, right now it's my homecoming from coming home, and I'm tired traveling. I'm trying to do so much, and so I got to depend on me. So I don't want to be out mingling and lose strength or get messed up where it's going to keep me from going in Monday to keep doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like I'm grown now. You know what I mean? Like I'm fully grown, and I'm grown enough to tell somebody I don't want you around me, or I don't mess with so-and-so, or you found it, but yeah, you cool. I love you, but I don't want you over. I ain't dealing with you. I can't trust you. If I can't trust you, I don't care who you is. I'm not messing with you. You know what I mean? So I have noticed here that you just have to just cut people off. And it's cool though, because people gonna do their own thing. It's kind of like The Walking Dead, you got dead man walking everywhere around here. And the only thing you can do is kind of like sleepwalkers again. Once you know someone is sleepwalking, you don't wake them up, because they might hurt you or themselves. So what you do, you get yourself out the way, and you might guide them to a safe spot, and you keep it moving. But you can't wake someone up until they're ready to be woke. Till they wake up, and then you be that light. And to me, I think that's what is going to happen in my hometown. Like, I got a different perspective, and I'm glad. Like, I never said this before, but prison and leaving my hometown was the best thing that ever happened to me. Even though I went through so much BS, I lost so much, was drama, but I gained a different perspective. I grew into someone different. And if I didn't go through that, there's no way I'd be who I am today, because it makes me more stronger. It makes me, my endurance is longer. You know what I mean? Like, I've been being in some situations, and in order for a person to really know if they can make it, do they got what it takes? You have to be in a situation where it requires you to be tested to see if you can stand in the fire. Just stand. And that's real. When the fire get around, you're gonna run out, you're gonna, or you just gonna stand and let God do what he do. And that's one thing that I fully believe, man. I like to tell people all the time, I am not religious at all, but I am spiritual. I believe in God. I believe in his power. I believe in my ancestors. I believe in those who died before me to make a way for me. I believe in my people. You know what I mean? That's just me. I don't knock what nobody else do, but that's me. So I don't lift up another race without lifting up my own race. You got to lift up your own first. I'm willing to help anyone, but I got to help mine. Mine is in a bad state right now, and then I feel like someone got to just lead by example. Just be an example. You ain't got to run around. Look what I'm doing. Look what I'm doing. Be a part. None of that. Just lead by example. I've been working on my mama's house. I've been leading by example, and it's starting to come together. A few of my cousins stopped through there over the weekend and seen it. Just, they's like, man, I just had to put my eyes on it. I seen what you're doing, but I had to see it for myself. Some people will see you do something, and this is real. Some people will watch you do something and still question it. Was it you that did it? Did you really do that? Was that you? And that's another thing that tripped me out, because the things I have learned, the things I'm capable of doing now that I wasn't able to, skills I have obtained over the years, has made me into a great asset, and it's going to make me into a greater asset in my hometown, in my community. Even though I'm traveling, I'm gonna be doing different things, but I enjoy being here. Like, I enjoy. If I need to go do something, I can go do something, and then come back to the crib. Like, I don't, like, once you've been around and you've been in the fire, you've been around fakeness, and you realize that the glamour that you thought was glistening, it ain't even shining. You know what I'm saying? It just looked like that through the mirror. You know what I mean? But that's one thing that just comes with experience. And so I just want to give that experience back to my hometown, because I feel like it's needed. They need to see someone do something that they thought was impossible, that they thought couldn't be done. They need someone to come in and say, hey, I want to help the kids. I want to educate them. I want to give them a trade. I want to bring tradesmen in to encourage them to learn more about tradesmen. And that's when I come up with the Black Expo. I really want to do the Black Tradesman Expo in my hometown, because I want to bring more tradesmen to the South. Most of these dudes, man, they just on the farm, man. And some of them be like, man, I ain't making no money, man. I'm just on the farm, but they got to take care of bills. And as far as they go, it's just what it is. You know what I mean? So being down here really, made me embrace my culture, where I'm from, just the reality of knowing that I am from the cotton fields, family. I am the last breed of the cotton choppers. I did that. And it's crazy, because you would think I'm 41 years old, and I used to jump on the back of the truck to go chop cotton to make school clothes money. My mom and them did it. Cousins did it. You know what I mean? That's where I'm from, that part of the South. And I'm cool with it, because it taught me work ethics. I ain't gonna say it wasn't right. When you see the racism and the hate of the stuff that go on, but we had to survive. We had to do the best with what we had. And some of these people, they'll try to act like they beyond that. But this is where we at, family. This is just what it is. And no matter where I go, I realize that. And one thing that I realize, that it doesn't matter where you at once you know where you at. You know what I mean? When you understand that you are a tool, when you have a vision, there's no reason HogOn, love you, AT, love you. I still see you in checking in with me. You know, I just feel like when you have a vision, man, you just have to just show it. You just have to be that example, and that's all I'm gonna do. You know, I don't know. You know, sometimes I think about the way things going with life, and we don't know how long we got, family. We don't. We might be here today and gone tomorrow, instantly in any situation. And I want my life to be remembered as someone who literally got their hog on, someone who overcame grounded obstacles naturally. HogOn. Hustling over grounded obstacles naturally. Naturally. From the heart. Because you hog, like you got it in you. Like you know you got to survive. And sometimes you have to be faced with no options, you know. Say, man, today I think people have too many options, and that's why they fail and give up and throw in the towel and quit so easily, because they make too many options for themselves. The only options I had when I went to prison, when I was finding myself, was survive or die, be a man or become into a woman. That were my only options, and I knew I was born a man, so I'm gonna die one. So becoming to a woman, letting someone violate me in that aspect wasn't going to happen. I only had one option, family: survival, whatever it took, whatever it took. And I think that nowadays that we don't have that. A lot of people don't want to, like, anything happen. It's like I listen to, if you just watch social media, anything happen to people, they just stir, they want to give up. It's too hard. You know, I remember seeing posts in the past from my dad's wife, who he married, who act like his life was so, her life was so hard. My dad was doing pretty much, and he was doing disrespectful stuff to me. He was doing stuff for her and her kids that he never did for me and mine. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I'm like, what the? But she's stressing like, oh, it's so terrible. I'm like, I ain't seen you with a black eye yet. I can't count the times I seen my mama with a black eye. Can't count the times I seen her bruised up. You ain't been beat yet. You ain't been slapped yet. You ain't been kicked, stumped, nothing. And your life is hard. Some people ain't been to the struggle, man. So if you ain't never been through the struggle, you would think, oh, it's so hard. You know. And I don't knock my dad's new wife, but I'm not gonna just tell you, you know, she's good with my grandbabies. My grandbabies, you know what I mean? They love her, you know what I mean? So that's all that matters to me. They don't have no issue with her. So who he chooses to be with is who he chooses to be with. Now, you know, as far as me having a relationship with him, that's a different thing. That's his relationship. I don't have to have a relationship with someone that my dad associate with. You know what I mean? I don't have to. That's him. But, you know, some people feel like, oh, you got to be fake, and I speak, you know, whatever. But sometimes, man, we have to realize that life is what it is, and just because someone else make a decision, I'm not against it, but I'll be like, hey, I don't want to be around it, or I don't respect it like you think you want me to. I'm gonna stay over here. You know what I mean? Like, people gonna be who they are. They're gonna choose who they're gonna choose. All you can do is make that decision and say, hey, I'm gonna be supportive of them, or I'm not, or I'm not. You know what I mean? But I remember my sister having some issues with that, you know, and I think just the reality that over time, man, change. You know, I know a lady here that I was thinking about, one of my homeboys, man. He beat this girl so much, man. He literally changed her facial expression, her facial, like literally, he beat this girl so much that to this day, I know who she is, but she don't look like who she was because of the beatings. For real. That's the South I'm from. These dudes will beat a woman quick. Beat a woman and shoot something, shoot a dude from a distance. Man, they something else, man. They something else. This is the South. That's where I'm at. But needless to say, man, not to get off topic, but just vent and talking this morning, and I've learned a lot though since I've been here. I've been just observing and just seeing things, and I'm humble, family. You know, can't move too fast, can't move too slow. I'm just moving. You know what I mean? So this morning I wanted to come in and just talk because I haven't been able to go live. I'm over here now, stealing some Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? I'm at my cousin's house outside getting some Wi-Fi from her, but it's just been a real experience. But I'm cool. I'm at peace though. You know, I know that some things gonna happen, but I'm gonna have to make them happen. I'm gonna have to make them happen, and I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? So I don't like to boast about it no more. You know, I realize certain things especially nowadays. You can't tell your left hand what your right hand doing, because your left hand might prevent you from doing right stuff. You know what I mean? Like, people are like that. You can't share your secrets with everybody. You can't share your vision with everybody, most definitely, because people might throw sticks in the game. They might try to prevent and make the situation harder, and you wonder, like, man, why I got to go through all of this? Why is this so complicated? Close your mouth and just do what you do. And by the time they see it, they're like, it's too late to stop it. You done did it now. You see what I'm saying? And that's, to me, honestly, I think that's the mentality that we got to begin. You can't wait on anyone to do what you want to do if you want to do it. People wonder why their life is the way it is, but they don't really do nothing to make it better. They just complain about it or tell someone else, man, I really need to lose weight, but they ain't walking. They ain't eating less. They just said, I'm just depressed. Do something about it. Like, you have to do something. And sometimes a situation can be harder and further on along where you got to do a little bit more work because the situation was a little bit worse off than what, it could have been. But that doesn't mean that you can't get it right. That doesn't mean that you can't change and learn something new and get it right, But it do means, though, that you have to grow up and you got to cut some people off. You got to cut family off. You got to cut friends. And you got to remember, family, just because you blood doesn't mean you family. You know what I mean? Blood just mean you relatives. You related. You know what I mean? Salute, salute. Blood just mean you relatives. Loyalty, commitment, true love and dedication, that makes you family, and you might only have a few family members that's solid, you know what I mean? Then that's what you got. Embrace those few that you got. Oh, okay. I'm just been talking this morning. Like I say, it's been a weekend. I'm out here in my hometown. It's been homecoming, and like I say, I didn't really get out and mingle a lot because I've just been tired, family. I just been doing a lot, and I'm still working on renovations. I'm trying to save my energy to finish doing what I'm doing, and I don't like drinking anyway. I don't like being drunk, period. I have a little buzz. I don't like being drunk at all. A drunk man can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? But talk stuff and, use the bathroom on himself. Nah, I ain't with it. You know what I'm saying? I got to make something happen, so I don't like being intoxicated or being in a situation where I can't focus and do my thing. Yeah, like I say, everybody different, man. I don't like nobody drinking. Like I say, I drink on occasions, something going on, take one, but keep it in my refrigerator. Got to have it. No, not me. You know what I'm saying? I like to stay focused, man. I'm gonna keep what I need to keep me going. You know what I mean? And for those who know, you know what I mean, I have a medical card and have a few of them. You know what I mean? Like, I believe in the greenery way, the natural way, natural remedies. That's what I believe in. You know what I mean? So everybody got their own thing. That's my thing. You know what I mean? And I like to just hustle and make things happen, man. Oh, you can't drink yet. It ain't. Don't worry. Don't even do yourself like that. You ain't missing nothing. You ain't missing nothing. It's harming your body and your temple. You ain't missing nothing. And it's crazy. Because I've seen some younger generations around this weekend that made me realize how much time has flew. Different people, kids who have grew up. And I'm like, wow, I remember when you had diapers on. You know what I mean? Like, time flies, man. So we can even sit around and complain about whatever's going on in our lives, or we could actually do something and make something happen with our lives. But time is going to happen to us all regardless. Death is going to happen to us all regardless, family. When have we not known somebody to die, either prematurely or under? Salute. That's good, man. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? Keep doing what you're doing, because you're not missing nothing, family. You're not missing nothing. Keep getting your hog on and find your purpose. Find what you want to do and do it. Don't wait on someone's approval. I have noticed that a lot of people, a lot of younger generations tend to wait on someone to approve something, to give them peer pressure. But don't let nobody force or influence you to do nothing you don't want to do. Know what you want. Stand on that. I know we all make mistakes. We're going to be curious. We're going to live. That's fine. That's okay. But be your own person. Be your own person. If it's something you don't want to do, don't do it. You know what I mean? I just wanted to say that because I remember being 17. And at 17 years old, I was in prison. I had already did at 17, I still had 9 more years to do. You know what I mean? So I went down when I was 16 because I made some wrong choices and around some wrong people. It could have been a little peer pressure, but it could have been just trying to look up, wanting to be down. You know what I'm saying? And put me in a situation that messed up my life. But it actually embellished my life at this point. Like going through all the stuff I went through, it made me a better person now. Even though I hate I had to experience that time like that. Like I left, like I was incarcerated from 16 to 26 years old. And that decade, that 10 years that I spent, I can't replace it, but I can say I didn't just lose it. I gained knowledge. That's how I gained my welding skills and my focus and what I wanted to do. Oh, it's all good, no love lost. I think that if you do the crime, you gotta do the time. There's an equal and an opposite reaction to your action. So if you respond to something, you got to be prepared for the reaction. You know what I mean? And that was just a reaction to my own personal response. So I accept that humbly. Um, those who that was involved in the robberies and things I did. I apologize to those I did. Like I say, you young man, you young. You make decisions because you think that you live for the day. And I hate that a lot of our generations, especially our kids nowadays, are just living for the day. Like in Chicago and certain cities, like they just live for the day. Man, I might die if I cross the street. Man, I'm gonna get it all in today. Like it's just, and it's sad because they don't think bigger. They feel like ain't no bigger. Ain't no. This is what it is. You know what I mean? And it really isn't. But sometimes you have to leave those environments, or you have to step away from it. Even though you're there, you don't have to participate in it. Sometimes you can be in a messed up neighborhood, but that don't mean you got to participate in what's going on in that neighborhood. So just wanted to come, man, and vent a little bit and talk. It's been a while. Like I say, I'm in my hometown. It's been homecoming, and I've just been learning and embracing the change. Yes, a lot of them get caught in that, brother, for real. A lot of them get caught in that. And I think that's something that you have to be aware of and cautious when you're growing up, and is to not get yourself caught up in those situations. Life is short. I got some little homies that actually went down young like that. They didn't make it, didn't have a good turnaround. I know I've seen young guys get raped and young guys get beat till they couldn't even recognize them. You know what I mean? So, we have to be real cautious. We have to be real cautious. Yeah, but people do things because they see it. Self-initiation, so to speak. But I'm gonna let y'all go. Like I said, I wanted to come through and just talk. It's been a while since I actually went live and actually gave any updates, but just wanted to talk about, what's been going on. Like I said, I'm just sitting outside right now, just venting. Yes, I'm in, but I still got a lot to do. But I'm in there. Give me a sec. I still got a lot to do. I got this window down, and it's starting to get a little warm in here. It's been muggy today, family. It's been muggy today. It's been raining like a lot here lately. Like a lot. But anyways, I'm here. I'm in. I still got a lot of stuff to do. Appliances. Still have furniture to get. It just I still got a lot to do. But I'm here. I am here. I'm taking it one day at a time. I really feel like things are going to open up for me. I really think that things are going to get better. But like I say, I got to make it happen. Peace. Yeah, I mean, I got to make it happen. So I feel like all the stuff that I got going on right now, that I just got to lead by example. No, I didn't know you was from Little Rock. I was born in Little Rock. No, I didn't know that. Actually, I was born in Little Rock. I was born in Pulaski County, in Pulaski County Hospital. So I've been down here, man. I've been seeing the little town. It's okay. It's okay. I got to make my own peace, make my own way, and I like to do big things. And it's not to boast. It's like to just I want to live out my dream, like my vision. If I got a vision, I want to see it through. And I think being in here, working on my mama's house, working on business, working on my HogOn University to to teach welding, to educate the surrounding areas and those who really want the independent training. That's what I want to provide. That's my goal. So I got to get everything right. I'm not where I need to be right now, but believe me, I'm gonna get there because I'm focused. I know that it's gonna take me to do it. I'm not gonna shift my responsibility over to someone else when I know I got to put in the work. I got to make the sacrifices. Okay, St. Louis. St. Louis got family there too. That's where I got my grill from. I go up there and get my teeth worked on. I actually went to a dentist up there in St. Louis who actually do my teeth. Families also migrated into St. Louis, so yeah, up there in Missouri, St. Louis, Kansas City, all that good. Show me state. And what's that? Let me see, Kansas City, St. Louis, and what's that other town? Not Joplin. I got some people I know in Joplin, but it's another Branson. Nah, not Branson. I can't miss another town. Springfield. Springfield. I got family in Missouri. Yeah, I know it was a couple different spots in Missouri that I had family at. Um, but like I said, I'm down here now. It was cool to see a lot of people haven't been down here in a while. Moved on. I've been somewhere everywhere. You know what I mean? And I still want to travel. I still look forward to it. Yes, it will be. It really is, and so that's my goal is to get it off the ground here in my hometown and have people come in and actually do something different because they only got college courses here that you got to go through all this BS. You got to do this and that. I'm cutting through all of that. If you got the will and you got the money and the opportunity to want to do better, I'm gonna make it available. Like we gonna cut that tape because I can't tell you doing welding and trades that I've been on a job that they want to see your degree. They want to even if you had it, can you do this? Let me see you do it. It's all about action. It's all about work ethics. So work ethics to me is way more powerful than a piece of paper. Way more powerful because those work ethics can actually lead you into your independence, in my personal opinion. You know what I mean? But I really feel that they need that education here. What you just said, what you said. It's a lot of red tape, a lot of BS. It's hard to do anything. You got to go through so much to just make something happen. So now that I know better, I can actually open up doors. Like it's crazy because I done did a few things. Even on my mom's home, I've been doing. I didn't have people say, "Man, did you call this person? Did you do this?" I'm like, "What I got to do this for?" I did it. I did this. I made this happen. I contact. I know how to dot the I's, cross the T's. But here they tend to, it's a lot of red tape in certain areas and certain things that they try to make it where they want you to depend on them. So if you're trying to gain some assistance, it's going to be a little difficult. But if you're going to spend your own money and you're going to hustle and do your own thing, you can do your own thing. If you blow up, just give us some taxes. That's all they want. Just pay them their little taxes and you keep doing your thing. So, I really feel like it's going to be a good opportunity. But I'm here now. Like I said, I'm humbled. It's early. I had to come to y'all. It's been a minute. I wanted to vent and just talk and just, have a moment to just gain some clarity. You know what I mean? Because things are a little, rocky right now. I got to get the internet hopefully this week. I'm just in, so I only been here now almost a week, So I just been trying to embrace all the knowledge and just also regroup too because I've been moving, traveling, picking up, doing this, doing that, working, doing 24-hour shifts at the house to get stuff done. Like it gets a little overwhelming, family. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm in it for the long haul, though. And I understand that I got to take a break. I got to regroup. It's okay to sit around. I don't have no problem with being at home and regrouping all that. Yes, and that's what my goal is. That's what my goal is to make my own way.